So the Earfun Air Pro are the latest true wireless earbuds coming from the company Earfun. But in this version, they're coming out with a different look, active noise cancellation, and ambient sound, all for a pretty low price. Now, if you're interested in checking these out for yourself, check out the links that I'm gonna leave in the description box right down below. Also be on the lookout because there may be a coupon code down there for you if you get lucky. Now, before we go any further, and for full disclosure, because I like having transparency and honesty with my viewers, Earfun did reach out to me. They sent over this review sample for my honest opinion and review. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the way that I receive or review these products, check out the full disclosure that I'm gonna leave down in the description box. So first, let's start with the connection. So these are running Bluetooth 5.0, and as far as their codecs, they are using AAC and SBC for audio. This is going to give you full compatibility across Android and iOS devices. And to be completely clear, I have tested them on both an iPhone and multiple Android phones, just to be on the safe side. Everything is working perfectly. As far as range, I got right about 35 feet, so right around 10 meters worth of Bluetooth range, so not bad. And then as far as watching videos, I'm not experiencing any latency or lag, anything like that. It is very, very minimal, if anything, and hardly even noticeable. Now, the only time you're going to experience anything like that a little bit more is if you're going to be playing any first-person shooter games, like PUBG, Call of Duty, things of that nature, then you are going to see a little bit of that latency come into play here. But if you're going to play regular games like your boy ELJEFE, I just like to play Asphalt 9 or even like 1945, games like that are just a bit more casual, not really going to be a problem for you. And then last but not least, these also feature dual connect, so you can use them individually while the other one is in the case charging up. So I know there's some people who like to wear one earbud halfway through the day and then switch out to the other one while it charges up. They've got you covered. And then let's move over to the control scheme. So for the control scheme, they're going to give you something like a tap touch control kind of a thing. So kind of quick tap successions, and that'll make things happen. So they're going to give you answer end phone calls, play pause, skip track forward, accessing the smart assistant, and then triple tap is going to allow you to cycle through active noise cancellation, ambient mode, and all off, which I really do like. I like having the ability to completely turn off both modes and just have a regular earbud type of sound. That's usually what I prefer to roll with when I don't actually need active noise cancellation. Next on the list is going to be the battery. So they were claiming 32 hours total. So that is 9 hours with the earbuds themselves and an additional 23 hours with the case. In my own personal testing, I managed to pull 6 hours and 31 minutes with noise cancellation turned on, and then I managed to get an additional 7 hours and 40 minutes with noise cancellation turned off. So overall, pretty good as far as that battery life is concerned. And as far as charging goes, you do get USB Type-C. Unfortunately, you do not get Qi wireless charging with these earbuds. So now let's segue over to the call quality and the microphones. So these are featuring a triple mic array that's 3 mics per earbud, and that's part of their hybrid active noise cancellation system. So you got 2 outward facing microphones and 1 facing in. As far as call quality goes, they do a pretty decent job of blocking external noises, but before we go any further on that, as usual, let me go ahead and play you some call quality samples, and I'll let you be the judge of the call quality for yourself.
All right, so here we have the call quality test for the Earfun Air Pro. Testing, 1, 2, 3. So this is what the call quality is going to sound like in a semi-quiet environment, which are basically ideal conditions for doing tests like this. But let's go ahead and add some crowd noise, and let's see how these perform. So here we have the call test for the Earfun Air Pro with some simulated crowd noise, like a coffee shop, crowded cafe, something along those lines. So testing, 1, 2, 3. As always, you're going to have to be the judge of the call quality down in the comment section.
So now let's segue over to the build quality and the comfort. So build quality overall feels pretty good. As far as the case is concerned, the case is a bit on the plasticky side, I'm not gonna lie. So the lid on it feels a little bit on the thin side, and I don't know, man. I don't know how many drops this thing's gonna be able to handle, but you know, that's just one of the things I'm kind of concerned about. The reason I say this is because they do have a smooth finish on them. So there's no real grip, and it's slipped out of my hand already twice. Thankfully, my apartment has carpet, so you know, there hasn't been any damage. But it's just one of those things where, you know, I'm kind of concerned about that. Maybe if I was outdoors, it could be an issue. Thankfully, even though the lid has popped open when they fell, the magnets were strong enough to keep the earbuds in place. So that was nice. And then as far as the earbuds themselves, build quality to me looks dope. I love the design of this style of earbud. Now, obviously, to everybody who's seeing this video, these look exactly like another set of earbuds that's on the market right now. And hey, it is what it is. I don't have any control over that kind of stuff, but I really like the way that they look. So if you're gonna have a stem style design where they're sticking out of your ears like this, as my man Flossie Carter would say, the douche pod look, these look dope. At least for me personally, I really like the way that these look. Now let's talk about the comfort. So really quick, comfort is incredibly subjective. So when I say that something is comfortable for me, that may or may not apply to you because all of our ears are different. So user experience may vary. If I say something's comfortable and it doesn't fit you, it is what it is. There's only one way to find out if something's going to work for you, and that's by trying it for yourself. But as far as my large ears are concerned, no comfort issues whatsoever. They fit me perfectly. The only thing I had to do with these was switch out the ear tips from the medium over to the large. Once I got the large ones on, they sealed up perfectly, and I got that increased sound quality and the increased noise cancellation that I was looking for. And then last but not least, they are also IPX5 rated. So if you want to use them for working out, things of that nature, it is not going to be an issue. The only thing I would not do is get them soaked, fully submerge them, anything like that. Don't go swimming, don't go showering in these things. If some rain hits you, if you tend to sweat when you're working out, not going to be a problem. Just don't submerge these earbuds. Just keep them safe. So now that's going to bring us over to the ambient sound and then the active noise cancellation. So the ambient sound itself is actually pretty good. So it's not the best that I've ever heard on the market. Obviously that title is going to go to something like the AirPods Pro or even the Galaxy Buds Plus, stuff like that. But with these, it's actually not bad. It does pick up some of that, ambient white noise kind of a feel to it. So that's kind of the only downside with ambient modes on budget earbuds, but it does a pretty good job. You can hold conversations, you could watch TV if you wanted to, but it's really good if you're out in traffic. You'll be able to hear traffic coming, cars going by, things of that nature. So they will have you covered for, when it counts. And then as far as the active noise cancellation is concerned, it's actually pretty good. Not the best that I've heard. To give it a complete equivalency, to me, it sounds exactly the same as the Edifier TWS NV2 as far as their active noise cancellation strength. So if I was going to put them in my top 5 list, they would literally be tying the Edifiers in the number 4 spot. That noise cancellation is good, not the best on the market in this price range, but it is good. Now, can it be further improved? Absolutely. But you have to find some proper memory foam ear tips that will not only fit these earbuds, but also fit in that case. That's a problem that I've had so far with them is I haven't been able to find a set that not only fits the earbuds, but also fits the case where I don't have to take them off every time. So that's something that you do have to be aware of. Eventually I will find some. If I do, I'll go ahead and link them in the video description. As of yet, I haven't found those yet. But overall, noise cancellation is pretty good. Not the best on the market, but still pretty good. If I had to give it a rating from a system of, 1 to 10, I would probably have to give it like a 6.5. Probably, about a 6.5 sounds about right. So now let's move over to the volume and the sound quality. As far as volume is concerned, these come in right about an 8 out of 10. 8, maybe an 8.5 on a good day. Depends on the song, depends on the quality of the track. Right about an 8 though. Not the loudest earbuds out there, but still plenty loud enough. But if you are a volume junkie, this may not be enough for you. Just throwing that out there, because I know some people where I've had some earbuds that I thought were super loud and I could listen to them at like 65 to 75% that I thought got super loud, and then people were telling me that they're not loud enough. So I don't know what's up with your guys' ears, man, but I'm just saying. But as far as the Earfun Air Pro, they could be a little bit louder, but still they got plenty of volume to get the job done. So now let's get into the sound quality. So as far as the bass is concerned, I was testing these out with like Kendrick Lamar, Tupac, Bone Thugs, things of that nature. And man, these things bring some excellent bass, good punch, good presence to it, even some sub bass rumbles. So very, very good. As far as your mid-range goes, human voice, things of that nature, I was listening to some Chris Stapleton, Haley Reinhart, Carlos Santana, obviously, and also some of Selena's tracks where she has the full mariachi so that I could hear the horns and I could hear the strings come in along with the beautiful tone of her voice. And it just sounded so good. So very impressed as far as that goes. Treble is very good. There is some decent clarity to it, but these are not the most treble heavy. They're not the brightest, not the clearest of true wireless earbuds out there. It is very good. So overall, I am very, very impressed. If you look on the inside of the lid of these earbuds, they do say tuned by Edifier. So obviously Edifier played a role in the tuning of the sound of these earbuds, and it is impressive. Now, as far as any gripes, concerns I may have, first of all, the fact that there's a lack of controls with these, right? So no volume control, no reverse track, that kind of bugged me a little bit, just a little bit. And then secondly, the fact that there is no app, at least not yet. So it would be cool to see them come out with an app or some sort of ability to use even Edifier's app, because the TWS-MB2 have access to the Edifier Connect app, and you get access to a bunch of options, including volume control over that ambient sound. It'd be kind of cool for them to either have access to that app, or please, Earfun, if you're watching this video, we got to get an app going here, man. So that way we can get full control over this stuff, programmable controls, firmware updates, EQ, please. Some EQ settings would be amazing, but no access to that just yet. So, but those are the things that I don't like about them. Now, if you're interested in checking out what my other top picks are for under $50 and under $100, check out the videos that I'm going to leave right up here on the screen. With that said, hope you have an awesome day, and I'm out of here. Peace. Oh yeah, and make sure you check out the merch.